Systemic shortcomings and recommendations to improve public safety. Those were the results from an independent review into the response of a deadly apartment fire last October. 22-year-old Paoli Badesky died in that fire. 3 others were hurt, and a firefighter mayday call was issued. As Factfinder investigator Sean Logging reports, the report says even without those shortcomings, they can't say conclusively if it would have led to a different outcome.
FK 911.
The aftermath of this terrified 911 call from Paoli Badesky and report of what went wrong.
Had these significant shortcomings not occurred, it would have provided Ms. Badesky with a better chance of early rescue and subsequent increased potential for survival.
The Jensen Hughes investigation focused on 2 main agencies, Sedgwick County Emergency Communications and Wichita Fire Department. When it comes to that 911 call, the report says while the recorded audio is clear, it's possible that the dual call taker and dispatcher couldn't clearly hear the apartment number said through the headset equipment, but tools allowing for playback of that call weren't used. It also notes the unusual setup that dispatchers wear 2 headsets, one for call taking and another for radio traffic.
One of the model changes that we're making at 911 is to bring in more call takers so we can separate call taking and dispatching. In early 2023, we only had 9 call takers. Well, we have hired over 30 call takers now.
On Wichita Fire's response, the report says there was a strong deployment even with the nearly 20-minute delay in dispatch sending out the second alarm request. But the report says there was disorganized search and rescue, ineffective command structure, and mayday response that didn't align with the department's operations manual and policies.
We have a leadership vacuum. We have a vacuum. And when you have a vacuum, firefighters will take it in their own hands to do it themselves. It has to get done. That fire has to go out.
Firefighter Union President Ted Bush pushed for this review last year. He says now it's time to sit down and dig into the report.
When something as tragic as this happens, we have to do something.
Wichita Fire Chief Tammy Snow had said that new training did start for leadership and incident command along with other training efforts. Wichita Police and Sedgwick County EMS were also included to a lesser degree. However, the report says that better collaboration between public safety departments is needed throughout. Our Factfinder team has been investigating a proposed 5-mile wide energy corridor that would have run through parts of Kansas. In mid-December, the Department of Energy announced that they would be halting that project. Landowners and officials from the local, state, and federal level all pushed back against the Department of Energy, and ultimately, it was their concerns that led to this change.
Well, and I would say this is pretty good Christmas present.
After months of urging the Department of Energy to reconsider their plans to build large transmission lines throughout the state, Kansans are relieved that the plans are now off the table.
The unknown was about 99% of this. If you get people together and organize and have a reasonable reason why you're against something, it matters.
The proposed 5-mile wide, 780-mile long energy corridor that would have stretched from southwest Kansas to Illinois was one of 10 proposed corridors nationwide. But after concerns were raised in county meetings and letters of opposition were sent out, the Department of Energy reduced the number of proposed corridors to 3. And it no longer includes Kansas.
And I think because of that loud voice that Kansans have, we've been able to stop this.
Those loud voices coming from the landowners who feared losing generational property through eminent domain to make room for those transmission lines.
I mean, you start talking eminent domain, boy, people get ticked.
Now farmers like David Newachek in Russell County, who live along where the corridor would have been built, say they feel their voice has been heard.
I told everybody that I thought we could beat this, but I didn't think it would be near this quick.
And state lawmakers do tell us that they plan to introduce a bill during the upcoming session in case any future energy corridor projects are proposed. If you have a story we want Factfinder to look into, you can call us or email our team or investigators at the address and number you see there on your screen and share your concerns with us.